Gender identity is when your body parts or your chromosomes don't match the gender that you know yourself to be in your heart. If you identify a student who seems to be struggling, approaching that student without making any assumptions about their gender identity, about the fact that you perceive there's a struggle going on, can be almost literally life-saving, even though it sounds dramatic to say it. So would I go and say, hey Susie, I wonder if you're transgender? Of course not. But I might say, hey Susie, you seem to be struggling. You're sad, I notice you don't have a lot of friends. I don't know what that's about, but I want you to know that whatever it is, there's nothing you could tell me about yourself that would make me not want to support you and help you.
I thought it was super informative, especially on the medical standpoint, and definitely how to talk to them and engage them, and also just another reminder for teachers to be very welcoming to these students. That was very nice to hear again.
If a student identifies as transgender or discloses to you that they're transgender, the first thing I always ask is, what pronouns would you prefer I use and what name would you like me to use? And then after they tell me, I immediately apologize because I know I'm going to make a mistake, probably in the next 5 minutes. So, okay, you're telling me that you would prefer I use the pronoun she and this name that is now new to me, and I'm going to try my best. But when I make a mistake, please forgive me for my mistakes, because I'm really trying my hardest to respect you and refer to you in the way that you prefer to be referred to. So as adults who are trying to learn and trying to help youth, the best thing we can do for ourselves is forgive ourselves when we muck it up constantly, because we will. We were raised in the context that we were raised in, and we can try our hardest and we're not going to get it right 100% of the time. The genderbread person, it's a tool that tries to break apart biological sex, gender presentation or gender expression, sexual orientation, and gender identity, because these 4 things are different and not necessarily related to one another. We are pretty good with women about not making assumptions, not so well with men. When a little girl is a tomboy, society seems to handle that okay. When a little boy wants to wear a pink boa to school, we freak out a little bit. Ultimately, it takes an adult to help the youth be able to do these things. So if I had to counsel a youth that I was never going to see again, I would say find that adult. If I'm the adult that's trying to be the person to help, the number one thing that a youth can do to make their world better is locate the place in their world, and it'll take some looking, where they really can be their authentic self and feel comfortable not hiding whichever part of themselves it is that they're teased or bullied about. The fact remains that the proof is there. There is a physiologic difference in the brains of transgender individuals. And we're finding that the neural connections, the parts of the brain that light up for different tasks, that transgender women have brains more like women's brains, and transgender men have brains more like men's brains. Bathrooms is a legitimate thing to have concerns about. So if you're a transgender individual, especially a transgender youth who's working on transitioning, the bathroom can feel like a really big barrier. So if you are transitioned enough socially so that you now appear externally as the gender that you really are, but your school still knows you as the gender you were assigned at birth, it's quite a conundrum. I don't look like I belong in the women's bathroom, but I've never been in a man's bathroom, so where should I go? The answer is going to be very dependent on the individual youth, and the only way to know where that youth should go to the bathroom is by asking them where they want to go to the bathroom. In most cases, they're very happy to use the bathroom in the principal's office. If we could retrofit every building and every school so that all the bathrooms were all gender bathrooms, then we wouldn't have a problem. Anyone could use any bathroom and it wouldn't be an issue. Unfortunately, we don't live in that world yet. Maybe we'll get there someday. Stop, take a deep breath. Remember, this is a person. It's nothing more or less, a person just like you or me. There's something different about them than there is about you or me. But it's nothing bad and it's nothing scary, it's just a difference. If you are a transgender individual, you are normal. You are part of the range of human experience. You are worthy, you are important in the world.
I definitely feel better about talking to somebody if they did come to me about an issue and where to send them.
Value yourself and find people that will value you.